Welcome back to Unsolicited Shenanigans, our pre-show Shenanigans.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. What up? I don't know what we're doing today.
So on the podcast today, we're talking about figurative zombies, which is bringing characters back after we've said goodbye to them.
I love that.
I'm glad that you like that.
I like figurative zombies.
It bodes well for our pre-show, because our first activity is I'm gonna give you some zombie questions.
Okay.
Your favorite thing. And then I'm gonna give you some Game of Thrones zombie questions.
What the fuck?
And then I have just like a couple talking points.
Mm-hmm.
Again, a couple deleted scenes, if you will.
Deleted scenes.
Pre-deleted scenes. Is that correct?
Because they never got deleted in the first place.
Right, because we do this first.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, our first thing, name some zombies. That's it.
Like some regular zombies?
No. Name some different... Here's the thing. It's like, how many kinds of zombies? You're naming, like, zombie types, and you get, like, 5 points a zombie type.
Okay, but this can be, like, any zombie type.
Yeah.
Right?
From anything.
Okay,
Just
so there's, magical zombies who come back through magical means. I'll include I guess this is sort of the magical undead. So you can't technically you could kind of almost put vampires in there because they die. They're dead. They're undead.
Risen.
Yeah. But so there's magical zombies, and then there's medical zombies where you have your patient zero.
Right.
You got you got your Zombieland zombies where you eat some contaminated food and then you go batshit crazy.
Of course.
So there's infected zombies. There's the rage virus zombies. I don't know if that's technically different.
I'll count it.
But it kind of is.
Yeah.
Then there's mythological zombies, which they're not technically called zombies, but they are come back from the dead. So I'm thinking Draug from Norse mythology, where the souls didn't quite make it to the afterlife because I don't know, there's a billion things going on in Norse mythology with the afterlife. I'm fucking trying to figure out for Ragnarok coming in 2 years. It's a stupid export. Tabletop games. But so because I'm okay, so you either you go to hell or you go to Valhalla, and it was yeah, or there's another hall, and it's there's another hall, so you can go there, and that's yeah, but also you could be a zombie. It's what? What are the fucking rules? Norse mythology.
You don't need rules, do you?
You kind of. I'm making a tabletop setting. I need some fucking rules. So there's the mythological zombies that are sort of the cultural zombies. Let's call them that.
All right.
Then there's White Walkers. There are White Walker zombie. I don't know how you classify that. I guess that kind of falls into magical zombies.
Yeah.
But they're not really.
We're not to Game of Thrones zombies yet.
We're not to Game of Thrones.
So call it on types of zombies.
So I'm calling it there.
On.
I'm
okay.
good. So there.
So that's 20 points.
Yay!
Out of nothing because it's subjective. There's not a maximum or minimum.
There's so many
points.
zombies.
You got 20 points. You
I got 20 points.
20 zombie points.
20 Z points.
And then if you, and then if White Walkers is your first Game of Thrones zombie.
Yes.
There is a correct amount of points to this one.
Oh shit, well I'm not gonna get that.
It's 20.
Okay.
So you can make it.
So we got White Walkers as the first most obvious one. There's whatever, I don't know what the technical term is for whatever Catelyn turns into in the books.
But that's one.
There's that type of zombies. What's that type of zombie?
We're gonna call that a religious zombie.
Okay.
For ease of classification.
Nice.
because that's what happens when you're dead for a long time and you don't follow the religion.
You just turn into a zombie.
And you're not resurrected correctly, but that is technically speaking the same kind of zombie that Beric Dondarrion is.
Okay, so we've crossed out Beric Dondarrion.
But worse. But yeah.
So those two fall into technically the same category, or are they different categories? Because there's also
Beric and Catelyn are like the same.
The same, because those are religious zombies.
Yeah.
Then can you call whatever happened to call Drogo being a zombie?
We're also going to count that as a religious zombie.
Okay.
It's in the same category.
Like
that's arguably the worst.
Yeah, that was the worst kind of zombie.
Worst kind of zombie.
Nothing happened there. Now, here's where it gets hard.
Yeah.
Because those are like the Game of Thrones zombies that I know.
Yeah.
So we did religious. We have White Walkers. Fuck. You got Bon Jovi. You got David Bowie.
Oh, yeah.
You got Kurt Cobain and Nirvana.
Yeah.
That's separate.
It's a callback.
Callback. I got... Yeah, that's the only kind of zombies I can think of in Game of Thrones.
Alright, well, you got, like, 20, and then 10 out of 20.
Yeah, I'm at 30.
So I'm gonna call it, like, a win.
Woohoo!
Nice.
I got an F. But it's fine, because it's still 50%.
Yeah.
Not like a bad F.
No. Like an F plus.
Yes. I'll take an F plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's zombies.
There are zombies. The other, if you're interested,
I am.
The plague men, the stone men of Valyria.
Oh, I guess they are technically
That's like a
zombies.
plague zombie. And then whatever the fuck Gregor Clegane is also
that's
a kind
right.
of zombie.
He's a medical zombie.
He's a
He's
zombie.
like a Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
He's a weirdo.
Thing is what I would call him. Exactly,
Yeah.
honestly. So yeah, there are some zombie things, and then like discussion points. There isn't really much of a media section in our notes today, so I thought if you wanted to do like returns, if you just wanted to like returning from the dead, I figure we could do like favorite, least favorite, and then like a most epic.
The most epic return.
Yeah.
You go first.
All right.
Let me think about this a little bit.
My favorite, honestly, in terms of I almost could use it for a least favorite because it broke me a little bit.
No.
But in terms of like writing, my favorite, we've actually already talked about it. It's called Drogo. It was sad.
Now I'm sad. Hey, look! There's an, if you are interested, this brought to you by Adidas Game of Thrones collection. Now available on Amazon is exactly the ad I have on the bottom of my voice recorder right now. This is not a joke. How the fuck does that work?
But it looks bad.
Yeah, it looks more like Harry Potter.
Yeah, it looks like Quidditch
Gryffindor.
shoes.
Yeah.
It's like a Gryffindor Quidditch shoe.
Adidas Game of Quidditch. That's what I'm... Oh, it's gone now. Never mind.
But yeah, Khal Drogo, I think was written really well, because it's a good example of when you bring a character back, even if they're not technically dead, if you like think you've lost a character and you bring them back, it's one of those kind of like price you have to pay kind of things, and you have to make sure that it fits the tone, and for as much as I don't like watching that scene, it fits the tone of Game of Thrones real good. And you learn a lot from it, because when they bring Khal Drogo back, he's just alive. He's not like... He's conscious. He's not like...
He's a veggie.
Yeah.
He's a vegetable, basically.
Pretty much. And it's, which was almost, in the deleted scene vein of things, it was like, that was almost the quote that I used, was look to your call, and then you will see what life is worth when all the rest is gone. Made myself sad.
So sad.
But yeah, in terms of writing, I think that's one of the returns that like, that's my favorite.
That's just good.
That's just good writing.
Even though it's sad.
Good, horrible, sad writing.
Aww. So I actually talked about this last week a little bit. One of my favorites, going back to Hellsing, because I love Hellsing and I don't talk about it enough. We should always talk about killing vampire Nazis more. That's like, as a society, I think we should do that.
All right.
That's like, but one of my favorite returns is Alucard in Hellsing, because it's like the final thing in the series, is him coming back, and I just think it's real, because like you really think that he just fucking actually finally kicked it, and then he re-manifests and comes in to pledge his allegiance to his master again, and it's just like, oh, you're back! You're back, my boy! He's not your boy, because he's like an ancient vampire, but he's a little bit your boy. You know.
Of course.
How it goes.
Yeah. My boy.
It's my boy! But yeah, I think that's one of my favorite returns, as just because it's not subtle,
Right.
but it's sort of a very quiet, grandiose sort of thing.
Nice.
And I like it. I like it a lot.
Nice. Least favorites? I'm just gonna go ahead and make some unpopular
Let's do it.
opinions. Bucky. MCU, bad.
That's right.
Should have stayed dead.
This is your one of your, I can't say your most unpopular opinion. You have a lot of unpopular opinions.
Here's a hot take for you. Here's another Ari Aster hot take. Describing something as a Wizard of Oz for perverts does not make me want to watch it more.
I'm sorry, what?
Just throwing it on. I was like looking through horror articles today, like I do every morning, and one of them was, if you don't already want to see Midsummer, how about it's a Wizard of Oz for perverts? And it's like, huh? And I clicked on it, and apparently more than once he's been quoted as pitching Midsummer as Wizard of Oz for perverts, and I don't want to see it. Yeah.
Wow.
So there's my real hot take. But Bucky should have stayed dead.
Damn.
That's the, this is one of my least favorites, not only because it personally bothered me, but because it retroactively damaged the franchise, as far as I was concerned. Because Bucky, as he's currently, like, the Winter Soldier, as we see him now, I could take or leave, honestly. So that was disappointing on its own, but then also it retroactively made me like Captain America less, because I think the strongest moment in any of the because I didn't like Captain America much going into the MCU. Like, I didn't care. And then Captain America ended up being one of my favorite Phase 1 movies, because it was so well written and it was good. Right. And I think one of the most impactful moments was Bucky's death.
Yeah.
But if you botch a character coming back with flat writing... If you Winter Soldier yourself, then it retroactively, because it's like, the next time I watched Captain America after that, it was like, yeah, whatever.
It's fine.
Like,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, because Bucky's back now, and I don't like him. And I don't like the movie he came back in, and I just, like, now every time I watch Captain America, I just get agitated about Bucky. So, it can do damage if you do it wrong.
Right.
I know a lot of people really like Bucky. I don't.
I can take him or leave him. I don't think he's particularly great. I think the people that like Bucky like him in the comics is the thing.
I don't know. Like, I'm not on Tumblr anymore, but like when Winter Soldier came out, there was like a huge, ridiculous...
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, well, it's because he was, like, a hot, mysterious, troubled dude. Oh. They were like, I want to bang that.
I guess that's fair.
But I feel like the people that still like Bucky more enjoy the comic version of Bucky, who is, I mean, a lot of the characters, like, in the comics, you know, either they're better in the comics or they're better in the movies, you know. But I feel like Bucky in the comics is just better.
That's fair.
But I haven't read the comics. I don't know. But I feel like that's the sort of the fan base that has endured. And the ones who like MCU Bucky are like, you know, those fangirls. You know the ones.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't mean to bash anybody for what they like or stuff like that, but I mean, like, there is a very specific type of person that gets attracted to that type of character. I don't know. I don't think Bucky's very interesting in the MCU. He's just sort of is.
There in the MCU.
Not anymore!
For sure.
Woohoo! You have Thanos snapped.
I don't know.
Huh?
Oh.
What? What?
That's gonna be. We should have waited until Endgame to have this episode, because you know there's gonna be a lot of bringing people back in Endgame. You know it.
I'm not. Endgame's supposed to be 3 hours long. I don't want to sit through that. I like it, Marvel movies, but 3 hours is too much.
There's on Netflix, we're getting an extended version of the Hateful Eight, which is like a 3.
What?
It's like over 3 hours already. The theatrical
Oh
release.
my God.
And it's like, how long is the extended release? Why does Netflix think I want this?
Somebody stop letting people make movies this long. No. You ain't no Lord of the Rings.
Also, like, Peter Jackson, his movies are too long.
Second thing of Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson, you're not Lord of the Rings.
Hot take. Real hot take there.
Anyone who's seen all of the Hobbit movies will agree with me, though. Honestly.
You're right. I haven't seen all the Hobbit movies, but
That's
I'm pretty
fair.
sure you're right.
I think the fact that you haven't seen all of them kind of proves that I'm right. It needed to be a movie.
It needed to be a movie. The Hobbit is not a long book.
And then, like, even if you're gonna do your Silmarillion / Legolas fanfiction bullshit in your movie, at least include fucking Tom Bombadil. Where was he?
What? Are you telling me Tom Bombadil?
Tom Bombadil never shows up.
Tom Bombadil, though.
In Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit. And it's like, there's arguably, he didn't need to be in The Hobbit. But
he wasn't in
since
Lord of
they're
the
including
Rings?
so much extra stuff. And he was in the so they had Silmarillion content in there.
So, they easily could have introduced Tom Bombadil.
Yeah. There was precedent for Tom Bombadil.
Instead, they were a bunch of cowards.
Yeah.
Peter Jackson's a coward. I'll say it. Going back
Least favorite.
to least favorite, we're gonna rip on the MCU a little bit more.
Nice.
I'm
ready.
So I never watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I was not happy that Coulson was alive.
That's a great example of doing something bad, because it was like, here's this tie-in to the MCU, but
why is Coulson alive?
Coulson's here. Is it? And then it's like, oh, it's a different canon than the MCU.
Like, so it's
We're
not...
going to make references to the MCU like it's not a different canon, but then we're never going to confirm that Coulson is alive in the MCU. So it doesn't ruin anything. Yeah, fucking...
Yeah, no, I don't like it. I thought it was, that was an example of a character death just going to waste.
Yeah.
And sort of... So it's the Sherlock Holmes effect.
Uh-huh.
Where, you kill a character,
Mm-hmm.
and then people are fucking mad about it, so you fucking drop your goddamn commitment to please people, and it's like, sorta feels like a cop-out to me, because I'm pretty sure I watched him just fucking die, like, a lot.
Yeah. Agent Coulson is one we could have talked about for Catalysts last week, because that's like
true.
it was like a really good, significant, important death, and then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. creeped in. That's something that I feel really bad, because I think that Joss Whedon does like some of the best character deaths, but then like he can't be trusted with continuations or spin-offs, because that's not the first time he's done something like that.
Yeah.
Like, Coulson's death was really good in Avengers, but then he did Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is, like, it's a different canon, so I can fuck with it. And then, like, Spike's death in Buffy was, like, so fucking good. And then Buffy Season 8 came along in the comics, and it's like, hey,
what?
Don't.
Why?
Just don't. Don't do the thing.
Maybe don't do this. What is your end game here? Bad. It makes it sound like we hate the MCU a little bit. I don't.
I definitely don't
MCU.
hate the MCU.
It's fine.
I have some complaints about the MCU. I have a lot of complaints about Phase 2 MCU specifically, as it turns out.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember a lot of Phase 2 MCU.
That's correct.
Like, it's fine. It's not. It's mediocre.
I think when just, like, something goes on as long as the MCU has, though,
Well, I mean, you're always gonna have that
falter, and
it's the middle syndrome.
And especially, like, having so many directors and stuff working on it. Like, not everyone can handle... If they could have brought in a more cohesive team to tie stuff together.
Right.
But you live and you learn, I guess.
You live and you learn, and sometimes...
And if Bucky stayed dead for Endgame, I'm just saying, wouldn't be the worst thing.
We've lost all our subscribers. We didn't have that many to begin with. They're all gone now, though. Damn.
Midsummer. Fucking...
What? Why is...
If we lost our subscribers, I can complain about Ari Aster, right? That's the...
I don't think so. Is that related to what we're talking about?
No.
Oh. No. That's... But yeah.
And the last thing, if you wanted to do, like, a most epic return...
Fuck,
you had one of those. Well, I was gonna talk about Buffy, but now actually because we've talked about you brought up Lady Stoneheart, you brought up Zombie Catelyn.
I did.
That might be mine, honestly, because like it's a good example of she's gone for a while and then and she's dead. She's like, so it completely negates that the main trope we're going to be talking about today. Like, you see the body, she's very dead, and then it's like, oh, hey, not only am I back, but I have an army. Like, fight me, I'm getting revenge. And it's like, okay. Shit. It's nice.
I like that.
I like Lady Stoneheart is not... I'm trying so hard to prepare myself for the eventuality that she's not going to be in the show at all, because we've got 6 episodes of the show left. I know they don't have time for her, but goddamn, she's my favorite.
God. I'm trying to think of what my favorite one is. I can't really think of one, honestly.
No?
I'm trying to think what are some good ones. But, like, I don't remember shit from last week or yesterday.
Nice.
I mean, like,
Well, we had, like, that whole time loop yesterday, so that's fair.
That's true. Oh, wait. We had a what?
Yeah.
We had a huh? I was playing D&D yesterday.
So you do remember.
Yeah.
I tricked you.
Fuck! Now you just made me look dumb.
Oh, no. It's been Unsolicited Shenanigans. Oh, God.
We'll see